Hi, I'm Rob, and this is Gems of War. It's Guild Wars Day 3, Red Day, so let's see what we have in store today. Right, we're up against Champion of Guard, Tesla, Orpheus Verse, and Voice of Orpheus on the first battle. This is the hero weapon, so have a quick look at this. Deals 43 damage to an enemy boosted by human allies, then a mix of 6 blue and yellow gems for each human ally. So nothing to worry about there, I don't think. Famous last words. Voice of Orpheus does damage to an enemy boosted by all ally mana and cleanses all allies. Okay. Tesla is fairly dangerous, deals 8 true scatter damage boosted by all ally and enemy armor. And Champion of Guard is a defensive troop, gains a bunch of armor, in this case 76. And if there's 13 or more skulls, gives double the armor, then creates a mix of blue and red gems. So yeah, it's quite a defensive setup, heavy on the cleanses. I've got 3 teams I like to use on Red Day. This is typically my anti-goblin team. It's focused all on extra turns, freezing the opposition, and I would only use this mainly if we're fighting goblins. It's a pretty decent team. All my red teams are using Flaming Oni, just for a nice little mixture of Flaming Oni teams. But that, like I say, is my main anti-goblin team, so I don't need to use that. The second one is my super aggressive red team. The way this works is Flaming Oni, when he starts his turn, he converts 2 red gems to burning gems when his turn begins, and when you match those gems you burn the entire opposition. Now when you've got the entire opposition burning, in Sunspear with that fully traded, there's a really cool champion trait, which is on the talent trees all the way at the bottom. Fireblade deals triple skull damage to burning enemies. That's really handy because now we have 3 troops which are going to generate skulls. Doomed Crossbow transforms blue to Doom Skulls. Shegra creates 6 red gems and turns all red gems to skulls. And we've also got a red storm going on because of the Sun Spear. And Miraji Queen would change green to Doom Skulls, as well as give elemental allies a 50% start with mana. So if Shegra matches brown straight away, and with the banner being +2 on the red, +1 on the brown, Shegra would be fully charged, ready to go. So that's a super aggressive team. I like that one. But it has a few things I don't like about it. On Guild Wars battles particularly, I do like a team to have a cleanse. We don't have that. I do like a summon, which we do have with Flaming Oni. But we don't have a fast start, and we're relying on Shegra to get charged nice and quickly really, and just be super aggressive from then on. And the third team is a bit of a combination of both really. Fundingus is there again from the first team, as is Flaming Oni, but we've put in Divinia and Trick and Treat on this one. I really like Trick and Treat, it's a decent weapon. And the main reason I like this setup is there's a few things I like in Guild Wars battles, and that's a fast start, and we have that because we have that on our champion talents. We have Snap Freeze, Insulated, Anti-Magic Sphere, Mana Source, so we get 50% start, Deluge and Lightning Strike and Lord of Storms, so that's handy. So we get a 50% start. But like I say, with Guild Wars battles there's a few things I like. I like a fast start, which we have. I like a cleanse, and I like a summon, and I like a mana generator. Now the cool thing about this team is we have more than one of each of those things. Divinia is a mana generator because she explodes all red gems and then cleanses all allies. Fundingus explodes gems too, and Flaming Oni explodes gems too. So 3 mana generators. We've also got a full cleanse in there on Divinia, and of course a mini cleanse from Trick or Treat, because one of the benefits of the positive effects of that is a cleanse. And we've also got more than one summon as well. We've got Fundingus, who summons a Toadstool or an Explode Stool, and Flaming Oni, who has an awesome triple summon of 3 goblins, which is really cool. So if we lose anybody, we have those options, and we have more than one of each. So for that reason, I would probably go with that team. quite like it. So let's give it a go. The idea of this will be to charge Trick and Treat, put it on the most dangerous enemy straight away, and take it from there basically. Get Divinia charged up if we need it. I didn't see I was giving him then that 5 hit. That was ever so slightly careless. Need to pay attention on Guild Wars. It's a small mistake. So even though we're stunned right now, casting Trick or Treat is really good because we can throw it on the first enemy. Let's weaken him first. And because we put all those positive status effects on ourselves, we've cleansed ourselves at the same time. The good thing about Trick or Treat is as well, once it's fully upgraded, one of the benefits of it is enchant when you cast it, so that's handy. So any double pickups we can get here anywhere. Got to stop rushing some of my Guild Wars videos. I had no choice yesterday. It was like a disaster yesterday. Not a disaster, I've only lost one game, but I was rushing the matches. There was a kitchen designer team coming round to look at a new kitchen for us, and yeah, basically he turned up just over half an hour early, right in the middle of me doing a Guild Wars video like this yesterday. So I ended up rushing and lost the match. Hopefully there'll be no doorbell going today. That's going to give... no, it's not going to give green as well. A lot of the time it's just keep on charging up Trick and Treat. Get the whole team disabled. We've already changed the hero into a Dreadsteed. No red, no yellow. Not much choice going on here. We'll do that. Try and use this elemental star if we can, but no real use from it. It's ready to go again. We'll throw that on Tesla because they're nearly ready to go. Don't use blue, but I like the way this is going to explode or destroy each gem in the corner and give mana generation as well. So I'll see what that does. Ooh. Need to get Trick or Treat back on myself. That was a big hit from Champion of Guard there. Alright, let's get Divinia charged up so we've got some quicker mana generation going. Can deal with that. Alright, let's try and get this speeded up a little bit. This feels like it's a little bit slow going right now. And they've got cleansed again. Alright. It's the only thing with the new things they put in, like lycanthropy and things like that, you can change them into something else, which can be worse than what you had in the first place. It's not worse this time, but yeah. Let's give them a bash. That's going to be quite powerful because we've got extra boost from the Trick and Treat. Just throw it on them just because they were ready to go. Let's get an extra turn with Fundingus so we can get Trick and Treat charged up again. Throw it on Orpheus because we don't want him cleansing people. Again, we need Trick and Treat charged up nice and fast, but that made short work of them couple. Let's be a heavy bash now from this. That's everybody charged up as well, so that's not too bad. Oops, nearly didn't look at the scores. 3,181. Would have been a bit quicker if the gems went our way. It wasn't the perfect match. Okay, let's have a look. Right, this is handy because a lot of these are immune to Devour and stuff like that, but not when you chuck Trick and Treat on them. Because Cursed is one of the things that's part of Trick and Treat. And basically anybody that's got a Trick and Treat or its sister equivalent, Essence of Evil, you chuck that on these troops as well, and they become devourable. So I still like this team for this. Yeah, I'm going to roll with the same team. Nice start on red. See, they want blue and yellow. Highforge wants red. Guaranteed to get it with that. But I like the fact this takes yellow and takes away that blue at the same time. But no, I'll concentrate on my strengths. Take red. Alright, now we need to make her be quiet because that's really dangerous. That spell does triple damage if the armor is higher than mine, and it was. So that was really neat to do that. That was close to being triple damage, which is bad news. Oh, excuse me. Now, what can we do? Let's get the next. B, she's been hit by Death Mark, that's awesome. Let's get people charged up again. Cool thing about casting Divinia is not only has she got that cleanse everywhere, but explodes all that red gems. So we get a load of mana for everybody else, and she gives them life as well. She's absolutely one of the best red troops as well, and really, really handy and well worth trying to fit into any red team. And another advantage is taking these 4 matches because of her third trait, cause a random positive effect, positive status effect on a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. So always worth grabbing these when they're there. Now, who's most dangerous next? That's fairly dangerous, so we'll throw that on him. Cast Fundingus first. See if he can get any mana going for the team. And normally, if you can, you cast Fundingus before Divinia, because Fundingus is a guaranteed extra turn, unless you're frozen, in which case you wouldn't, but we weren't frozen, so we were okay. And now we've got to think how we're going to finish the team off as quickly as possible, because one troop near dead here. Didn't actually see how that happened. How we got so near death there. Missed something at some point. So we'll throw that onto them because they get extra damage when we get skull hits. Yeah, 222, that was nice. Yeah, it's going to get them boosted up again. We'll throw that onto Highforge first because he's more dangerous than the Penguin. This will do bonus damage and hopefully get a skull hit. And he's been changed. He's been changed into a Swan May. That's quite embarrassing for him, but all part of the fun for us. And that should do it. 3 out of 4 charged, not too bad. 1,356 points. Midnight Bundle. Right, super dangerous team here. Doomed Crossbow in first place. Transforming blue to Doomskulls. Zilgoth in second place. Everyone knows about him. Just kills someone outright and creates 12 skulls at the same time. Scurvy Sea Dog is going to transform green to blue, which is good for Zilgoth. And Drowned Sailor is going to change yellow to blue, which is good for Zilgoth. So, for this team, I want to play a team which will give them as few rounds as possible. So for that reason, I'm going to go with my no turns team. This team, when it gets running, is capable of giving the other side no turns whatsoever. All we need is a good start with purple and maybe green, and we are off and running. So I'm going to rely on that. We've got green, which is nice. That gets Wisp ready to go. The thing I like about this team is, like, it's kind of weird the way it works, but it does work well. We've got nobody in the team which actually does direct damage to the opponent via a spell. Like, this just creates potions and gains an extra turn. Fundingus just explodes gems and has a summon and gets an extra turn. And Flaming Oni summons 3 goblins and explodes gems and gets an extra turn. And Wisp's spell doesn't do any direct damage either. It literally charms the random enemies, so they are beating themselves up. A charmed troop deals its attack as damage to the troops above and below it. So the more powerful the enemy, the more it works against them. Like 77 attack, 68 attack, 69 attack, 74. If Zilgoth is hit by that charm, then these get 68 damage each. If this troop is the one that's charmed, then Zilgoth takes 69 damage, and so does the one below. So when that's ready to go, and you haven't got any other 4 matches, you always cast Wisp straight away, because that damage has been dealt. Take 4 match bonuses when they're there. Look around for extra 4 matches, make sure we're not missing out on any easy matches. Then we cast Fundingus, which explodes purple, and charges up everybody now. Now, I'll say it already early, or may look silly afterwards, but there's a possibility now that the team won't get a turn in the whole game. We cast Wisp, that does that big damage. Look, Zilgoth is already down to 57. Now we charge or cast Fundingus. There wasn't many purple there, but it was enough to get Wisp charged up again. So we cast that, and now that was Zilgoth that cast at that time, so we've done heavy damage to the troops either side. Now we cast Fundingus again. That didn't get the charge on Wisp that time, but we have 2 more opportunities yet. We have 3, because we've got the 4 match there, and we still have Flaming Oni there, who explodes a load of green gems. So we'll grab that first. That's got Wisp ready to go again. And this is not actually that many turns. It may take, I don't know, 10, 15 turns maybe, which some people will say is high. But even if you took, a really quick team, took 5 to 8 turns, it's only like 7, 12 turns less, which in Guild Wars points is like 7 to 12 points. It's not a lot, and it's much safer than running a riskier team and then getting absolutely obliterated by this side and losing 1,000 points. So I'd much rather go with a safer bet, which lost a few points, rather than another team which was riskier but had a higher chance of defeat. Now we cast Fundingus again. Be handy if we can drop them 2 down anywhere, but I don't think we can. Nope, so we cast Fundingus again. Now we're definitely going to get Wisp charged up. Fundingus. So it's only about, you cast Fundingus and Wisp in turn. This is not so great now, because there's like hardly any purple. There's like 1 purple there, and it explodes purple, so for the next round would actually choose not to do that. With only 1 purple there, I will get that first. That's worked out a treat. But if that elemental star wasn't there in that 4 match, you'd have cast Flaming Oni instead. And if Flaming Oni didn't work, then you still got Celestial Flask to fall back on. So there's always a lot of opportunities with this. I shouldn't have really taken that match there. It's better to leave those 4 matches there when you don't actually need them. But we will take a red or a purple in this case. Really low on purple again. But there's enough green for it to make a difference. A few more purple have appeared now. And they've only got 10 left, and that is that. And I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure, because I can't remember the exact start of the game, but did they not get a single turn there? 1,482 points. I have to check that back later. I can't remember if they even got a 1 turn or if we've done that without them actually getting a single turn. Alright, dangerous towards red, this team. Ferocity is evil on red. Deals double skull damage versus red enemies while reducing damage from skulls himself by 50%. And gives 4 to all skills on all Tauros allies when matching 4 or more gems. And his spell deals, to me, 56 damage to an enemy and a random enemy boosted by life, attack and armor. And if they use red mana, which we do, they deal double damage. So don't want them casting. 2 choices I can go about this. I can either try this team again and see if we can get them to beat each other up without giving them a turn, or very low turns at least, because that's the best way to avoid damage, is not to give the other side a turn. Or you can fight fire with fire and have an absolute slanging match out of who can just wreck each other the fastest with this team, but I don't really fancy that. That's a bit risky. Or I can try and get Trick and Treat charged up nice and quick and throw it on Ferocity, because that is going to be the main threat. This defender, this doomed Opus is pretty bad. Right, I'm going to go with the first team again. Best form of attack is defense. And if they can't get very many turns, then they can't do anything. Right, so we need to check these converters first. We need to mess these up if we can. Convert brown to red and convert blue to red. So we'll check all the reds. Get a little bit of benefit there from the brown to red. And they've got blue to red as well, so don't think there's any way of avoiding them getting some. We've not got purple for our Wisp. We've not got green for Fundingus. Alright, so we're not off to a very fortunate start here. Best we can hope to do, I think, is take some red. Hopefully we can get a bit of a start going. Right, I think we're going to be okay. Got the 4 match here, so we've got the sequence off and running. Wisp does the damage. Fundingus does the charging. No point taking that, it's wasting a turn or an action. The only benefit to taking that is removing some green, which we don't, is not our essential colour. Make sure there's no 4 match drops anywhere, I don't think there is. Green is not amazing for mana generation, but it's better than nothing, and we should get at least Fundingus charged, which we did. So we cast Fundingus next, which has got Wisp ready to go again. We'll take... can do that one and drop them down, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll see things funny and I'd rather take the one which is 100% set in stone rather than the one you're pretty sure it does work, but I'd rather be sure. Right, check around for 4 matches. Nope. So Fundingus charges Wisp. Now Frosty's taken out, which is the main threat on this. That was all about Frosty. Now the main one at the bottom now is this Doomed Opus at the bottom. They got a backup, but he will be dealt with in due course. Wisp. Fundingus is not the best to cast right now. There's only a couple of purple there. 3, I think. Much better to cast Flaming Oni. So it explodes green. Oh, they got another backup. Wow. Alright, let's get this going. Let's get them killing each other and beating each other up. Purple's not too bad here because purples are next to a lot of red. When you explode a gem, you explode the gem and the ones around it. So it is controllable to a degree on what you're going to get in form of mana generation. Right, now this is the only thing with this is like Charm on Wisp is not fantastic anymore. In fact, it's rubbish because it's done the job. We should be safe on this team unless that Doomed Opus gets seriously carried away. But because a charmed troop deals its attack as damage to the troops above and below, it has to be directly above and below, as in adjacent. So because there's a gap there, the charm isn't going to actually work. We need to finish these off by skull damage or incidental damage via skull explosions and things like that. So when we explode Fundingus there, we got extra 10 damage there. We'll leave that there, because we don't need it yet, and that ×2 is handy to leave there. So we'll... What you can do with Wisp as well, if there's... Oh, actually I'll take this first. I'd rather have this skull hit, so I will take that. Oh, it got rid of that skull, but we've got another one. Can take that, that's okay. See if we get any random skull hits. Yeah, I can take one hit. If we blow them up, oh, that's worked out well. Going to get a extra skull hit there. It's a bit annoying that he's going to take a skull hit to die because he's be dead on the next round through burning. But we... Oh, they got another one. It's the backups which slow the game down sometimes. This game would have been a decent speed. What's that, the 4th backup they've had? Or at least I'm getting a workout on the old bandits. I'd rather give them the yellow. Alright, hang on, let's check on this Doomed Opus tomfoolery. 59 scatter damage, +4 per tempering level, and a mix of 6 red and skulls for every red enemy. So they're going to create a big mix of them. Alright, I'd rather keep this going in a way. It should be okay with them casting that Doomed Opus, but I'll take nothing for granted on Guild Wars Day, I tell you. There's days when I've been like this, thinking it's comfy, thinking you're onto a cruising win, and then something like that happens and just all hell breaks loose and you're suddenly down to your last troop and it's like, literally, how did that just happen? And it can go, that was a much better decision for what I've just done to do it that way. I just did it. Right, okay. Alright, there's not any skulls there. The good thing about Wispy is you can jumble the board, but there's only 3 skulls there, so I'd rather explodes if we get any more damage on that Opus. Okay, now cast Fundingus, because he might charge himself up at the same time. Yeah. Not too bad. A little bit longer than I would have liked because of all those summons. The bandits kept coming back. back up. There was like a whole gang of them behind a load of rocks. And they kept on appearing out of nowhere. Alright, it's 4-0. Who's the last one? It's the same Frosty based team again, so I'm going to go with the theory I did before. And if it ain't broken, don't fix it. I just hope we get a decent start again. Okay, not ideal because we don't use yellow, but hopefully we'll get some sort of skull drop from it. But we do use purple, and we're off to a good start again. So cast Wisp. Not particularly great on Fundingus on the exploding purple, but it's all we've got, so we'll go for that. See if we get some decent mana generation. It's not too bad. Check around for 4 matches. Anything that will drop into a 4 match. I'll take this one because we might get a skull drop from there. And a roundabout way it kind of worked. No need to take this because we don't need the purple. We'll leave them there because that benefits us when we cast Fundingus. Now Wisp is there. Take the handy 4 match. Cast Wisp. 1 enemy down. It's left Frosty behind. That's annoying, but we're going to rely on a random skull hit to take him out because the charm can't get him now. And that's worked out a treat. This is ideal for a charm now because these basically can't miss, if you know what I mean. Somebody is going to hit each other, and I can picture that. I find that sort of thing quite amusing. Like you can see them standing next to each other, get charmed, and just they're supposed to be on the opposition, but they're standing there actually just beating the hell out of each other. Oh, back up! What a shock! The shock in my voice is clear that they got a backup. No way. I'm stunned and surprised to the greatest degree that they got a backup. Nah, it can happen. The charm won't work now. Shall I give him a turn or shall I rely on explosions? Alright, let's do a manual move there. Let's give him a turn. Let's cast Flaming Oni because he created all sorts of havoc then. That was nice. Don't mind 1 hit. It's now there in the firing line. Let's see if we get any random skull hits off that explosion. Same again. And that should do it. No point taking that. Everybody's charged and it just wastes an action. I think everybody was charged. Was my Fundingus charged? I'm not sure. I think they were. Anyway, 1,719 points. That's pretty okay. So what did I get today? Quite low down at the moment. I'm fairly new to this guild, still working my way up. So now on 26,585 points after 3 battles. So yeah, not too bad. There's a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, it'd be cool if you liked and subscribed. Until next time, bye for now.